Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab. So I am going to be taking you yard sailing, estate sailing, moving sale, whatever anybody labels a sale, we are going to. So we are going to hit Michigan first. So I'm going to share with you my Michigan trip because we are right on the Michigan-Indiana border. So I'm trying to stay local, that we don't have to drive too far away. But right now there are lots of sales going on. Join Chris and I as we travel around looking for items to resell or items to make over and resell. So that was a busy, went to lots of garage sales, lots of moving sales, lots of sales in general. Some of them we just followed what was on Marketplace, on Facebook Marketplace, and just look for some local sales. And then sometimes you just sign follow. You just like, oh, well, there's a garage sale sign, and you hop down that road and you go check it out. So I am happy to share. I think I got quite the haul. I'm not sure if I have anything really to make over. Got a couple things to fix up. But yeah, let me share with you what I picked up. And so the first sale, yes, I did get those stained glass Tiffany styled lamps. She had 20, 15, and 10. I think this one, or 15 and, I'm not sure right now. I can't see the other lid. Let me see. 20, 20, and 15, and I offered her 30 for all three. I actually knew the lady that was having the sale. I used to do her nails for years until I retired. So she did sell them to me for all three for $30. So this one, oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that is. It's almost like a poinsettia, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think it looks like? But it's like a little votive holder. Oh my gosh, super heavy base. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Just like the Tiffany style, I love stained glass. And then this next one is absolutely beautiful. So it's got some orange flowers on there with some butterflies. There again, the bases are always gorgeous on these types of lamps. It's got a light bulb in it already. I'm not gonna try to break it, but yes. So that was a heck of a deal. That was very nice. I thought I'll just offer it for her. Since this is like her third garage sale of the season, she's really just downsizing what she has. So And then this next one, oh my gosh, look at that beautiful blue with just a little hint of purple here and there. That's the things, I love these. So yep, and then that beautiful base, and the bases, you know, are just so super heavy. So that was wonderful. That was wonderful. And so let me think. Okay, so then oh, the other things I got there. It's always hard to remember where you get. This little cast iron caught my eye because the little birdie chirped out of there. So for $1.50, I did get this little bottle opener with a little, maybe an ashtray, maybe a little, you know, cast iron pan. And then there was a couple of these little ones too. This one still has its tag on it. I can't really, I don't know that maker, so, and then these two were $1, so absolutely love that. And as we're staying on that kind of cast iron, we went to the other sale where the gentleman goes to a lot of state sales and auctions himself and buys a whole bunch of stuff. That's where the Santas, the trains, and all the other cast iron was. And I did find a couple pieces that I could afford. So right off the bat, I spied one of these flying pigs. I actually saw them at a recent auction and they were going crazy, like $75 a piece. So I got this one for $8. eBay shows like a $30 selling mark. So anyway, I was happy to get that. And then I did for $7.50 pick up that set of cast iron restoration hardware bookend dogs for $7.50. Now this one does have damage on it, so unfortunately I'll still leave the restoration hardware, but I know I'll have to update the color. I know I can do it well, but unfortunately they won't be the original because it's had damage to it. Now if they were pristine, I didn't notice that damage. These were reselling on eBay for $100 for the set, but I mean, I don't think somebody's gonna want that. So, and I'm not sure if I can. I've never done brown spray paint, but so either way, they are a nice heavy set of bookend dogs. So at first, I didn't even know until I Google Lensed them that yes, they sit like this, and yep, that's why they're so heavy. I just thought they were so heavy because they were cast iron. And then I also got this hippo planner. Ever since I got that metal one, hippos have now caught my eye, so I thought that super cute. Looks vintage to me, I'm guessing. Needs to be cleaned out, but he is a cutie pie. And then I think he was a couple bucks. And then I think $5 I got the little sheep and the little rabbit rockers on this metal. So I don't know if they are vintage or just reproductions to look vintage. I would say they are not vintage because the tag now says art van. But super cute. Aren't they cute? Little rockers. And then I still got more at his sale. So, you know, Alex has me looking at things a different way. So I did spy this teapot. Very retro. It's in great shape. I did look it up. It still has the original tag. It's Japan. So there's this. And then it did have the sugar and the creamer with it. So they're all no chips, no cracks, no flea bites. You know, it's better to have the set if you can. So I did pick up, and it looks like that's reselling on the sold filter of eBay for about $35. So, you know, it's funny, when I got into this, I really was just looking for things to flip and make over, but as you get into it and you're doing all these yard sales, and yeah, I just kind of, you involve, I guess. So now, then we went to another sale, actually right behind us locally, and then I spied, she had some great prices. I spied this bunny, and I'm like, why is this bunny only $3? So missing one of the handles, but also he's not attached. So if you can see that, that's a zip strip holding, the metal has come apart. So I think with some J.B. Weld, they tried their best to glue it a couple times. J.B. Weld and a clamp, I think we can get that to, you just really need some strong glue when it comes to metal. And either find two that match and take this one off, but, and then probably from playing, it's got a little crack there, so I might change the color out just a little bit so that, I mean, I guess that's not terribly bad. You don't really notice it too bad, and that could be just the way it always was. But anyway, I thought this bunny horse, I'm saying a bunny, was just super big. It is big. So I love that. For $3, I walked away from the cat and I thought, you know what? Somebody will love this cat. And they're getting nothing I need to do to this cat. He's just cute. So I could take the ribbon off, but the ribbon's actually glued on. So let's leave it alone so we don't make a mess out of it. And the ribbon's in good shape. He is just super cute. Just a nice wooden piece. $3. And yeah, cute. And then I did pick up that sip pottery mug. Look at that dog's face. It was $2. It's signed by the artist. Quirky and funny and just cute as could be. If you never even use it and just have it as a shelf sitter, how cute is this? So I absolutely loved that. I'm still going on her sale. So then I did get this flour sack. This was $1. Wouldn't this look cool in a frame or behind a window? It's two-sided, so you could use both sides. It's a little holey for a pillow or anything. I really like these kind of, like this material. You can do like a little bench or something, but I find that this is a little bit older on the fabric and it may rip or tear, so I like to put them behind windows. And then I did get 2 Bibles there, and she gave me these for 50 cents a piece. You know, I can't pass up Bibles. And then there was one sale we went to, and the only thing I found, it was right at the beginning, and we were kind of sad because we started 3 sales and we didn't find anything, but that happens. I did pick up this metal bin, which I am going to make over this one. Going with the stained glass, I almost forgot to. So she had, where I got the bunny and the kitty cat, she had like 4 tubs of stained glass. Just shards of stained glass. So I bought all 5 of them for $5, and we all know how expensive stained glass is. Yeah, so I know at the moment I can't tell you what I want to use it on, but I know there's times I think to myself, oh man, I wish my daughter did some stained glass back when she was in the 4-H fair, and we ended up selling that at a garage sale, and I know there was instances I wish that I would have kept it because I would have used the pieces and parts. So even if I just hoard on that, that's a good price because, yes, stained glass. I know that I looked at Hobby Lobby. I'm like, nope, nope. I have to wait to see if I can thrift some secondhand. And now we can finish up. So we did all this, and then the one garage sale, last garage sale we stopped at, wasn't until 3 in the afternoon. She was doing it Thursday afternoon. And Chris had spied some tools, and then I, you know, I'm always looking for decor, but I also spied the Tonka trucks. So yes, I did end up buying all her Tonka trucks. Chris got his grouping of tools he was very happy with. And then yes, I bought all the Tonka trucks. So I got this, which isn't a Tonka truck, but it's still a metal truck. This was $5. And then I got this one with the orangish in color, and now this one was $5 also. I haven't really looked them up. And then I'll insert the picture because the other ones are huge. So there's 2 pairs and then a big one. So yes, I absolutely loved running across those, and I got each one of those for 10 a piece. So I have been able, I think I just have one left maybe on eBay that hasn't sold, but from that auction, I have sold all the other ones. So thank you to who all, if you're watching my channel, that bought them, or if you just are a random eBay person that collects Tonka trucks. So yes, or the metal trucks, because I know I had some 1940s in my last auction. But yeah, so I did make my money back on that auction. That was cool. So I didn't pass them up. When she gave me the price, I think I shocked her when I said I would take all of them, but that's a good price. So anyway, so that is what we picked up in our local area, garage sale, estate sale, any kind of sale, basically, any kind of sale that we went to. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with us. I hope you enjoyed the haul. There's a couple things I'll share with you, how we're going to fix up the bunny and what I'm going to do to that tin at the end of this video. So if you want to stay for that, it'll be right up next. Well, I always only think there's going to be a couple makeovers, but they always end up being more. So yes, these little doggies, Chris suggested that sometimes you can take some WD-40 and rub the oxidation out. So I'm like, I have to repaint them anyway, so why not give that a try? So the funny thing is, as soon as I started to do that with some steel wool, it was just paint. The brown was just paint. So hey, at least I got them all nice and spiffy to wash them off and get them repainted. But I liked his thought. That's how he cleans a lot of his antique tools that he buys. So I did understand where he was going with that. But, you know, we didn't give it a thought that, yeah, they're probably painted brown. So this is actually a nice size bin. It's sturdy, it's in great condition. So you all know what I envision to do with this, don't you? So first I got to get it cleaned up, get the tag off. There was some tape residue that's left on the bottom. So I'm going to get some Goo Gone and get that taken care of before washing it up. I absolutely love using the Farm Implements paint. Especially when I'm trying to reproduce Enamelware, but the only downside is that it is not a fast dryer, so I have to let the one side dry completely overnight, and then it doesn't like to be, after it's dried, anything respraying on it. So I was a little nervous as I had to flip it over to get onto the other side. Oh, so yes, as I was spraying it, trying to get that lip and the other, yes, you can see that it started to crackle, bubble. So I'm like, okay, just leave it alone, let it dry, and then be patient and see what happens. You know, your first instinct is to want to grab it and start working on it when it's dry. Sometimes you just hope and pray that it solves the problem by itself as it's drying. Well, and believing in the power of prayer, it did. It actually settled down. If you didn't know it crackled, you wouldn't know what you were looking for. You know how we do that to ourselves. We're like, okay, I saw that mistake. I got to find it. You know, just leave it good enough alone. And yes, since I was going to be painting the lip black to give it that Enamelware along with the handles. Did I need to respray the bottom? I don't know. My finished wanted me to spray that bottom. So, Anyway, so now I'm just going in with a ready-to-use black onyx paint, a sponge dabber, but I quickly changed over to a brush because the lip is not attached to the side. And that first coat, when you put it on with the sponge, just kind of just wipes on and off at the same time, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I just switched over to a brush and that seemed to give it a little bit better coverage. So now after a few coats of black, that's quite the surface area on this enamelware now. So what I'm going to do is I have this leftover pieces and parts. Actually, it's made that way. I used that. Did you guys see my bread box with that red barn on it? Oh my goodness. So I knew I had something that would probably fit on the front of this. So these are just transfers, so it's always making the decision of like, which one do I think will fit? But then again, which one do I think would sell? And I believe that this transfer will transfer really easy after I get it all centered. The farm implement paint almost has like a gripping texture on it, if that makes sense. We did our outdoor furniture and absolutely love it in the black. And so, yes, so it's not a new product by any means at this point of the summer. New to this year, but not new to this summer. So, yep, I'm just centering it and I think that it will transfer. I just picked out just something little, just something simple. Now I need to seal my transfer in, so I'm just using a little of the Howard's natural wax just to seal that transfer in. And then I decided I usually will go back over my black with some polycrylic, but I'm like, I got the wax right here, and after it cures, it is a top coat. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my black area surface also. Okay, so let's see how we can fix this bunny. So I think, okay, so we spin. I think I'm just going to leave that spot alone because I think it needs to be free flowing. So no putting any glue in there. But I definitely need to fix his legs so that he doesn't have to have a zip strip. So we're just going to remove that wooden handle. I don't have a match, but I'm sure there's something in my stash that I can replace it with by the time we get this all painted up. So I got everything removed, the zip strip, the piece of string, the excess glue that was not holding it together. And I went over to the stash thinking I'm going to need to bend a nail, but ironically, Chris has these little already bent metal pieces and they actually fit into the holes perfectly. So you need the one piece to go through the hole in the bottom of the wheel to go into the leg. So these are perfect. And if I point them in the inside, it's not going to take away from the pretty of it all. So I'm just going to use some of the JB Weld. And now this one is a wood one that we have on hand. And I haven't really noticed it to act any difference between wood and metal. So I'm just going to mix up a little bit and I'm going to put it into the hole and then onto that piece of metal and then just tape it off and just wait for it to dry. So no, I did not have a matching knob with a hole in it for the other handle. So we're just going to replace it with these much smaller, but at least they match. So I'll just be using a little bit of the Starbond CA glue. I'm just going to put the glue inside the hole and then spray the metal part with the activator for it to be a quick set in 15 seconds. I am so excited that that worked. It is good and on there now. We shouldn't have any problems for a long time. So now I'm just going to get it washed up. And I like the brown of the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that, tape that, protect it. But I am going to do a different technique to the bunny itself. Now to paint the bunny, I want to use some chalk paint. That way when I get it all painted up, I can go back in and water distress all those beautiful details. So I really like the way that the Rust-Oleum chalk paint distresses, but sometimes that white linen is a little too white, but the chiffon is a little too yellow. So if I mix the two together until I get the white that I'm looking for, then I'm happy. So that's what I'm doing here, is just mixing them together. Now when it comes to applying the second coat to completely cover it in white, I dip my brush in a bowl of water and then in the paint. That way it just makes it a little bit smoother to go on, and then my paint isn't actually taking the previous paint off. Now I know it seems silly to completely cover a piece, then go back in with a wet wipe and start taking them off, but this way it's just going to pop those beautiful details of this bunny. So I just have a wet wipe that I have a bucket of water next to me that I can keep rinsing it out, and as I'm wiping off those details showing the black underneath, I dab it with a dry paper towel. That way it doesn't have that gray mucky water on top of it and it's showing the black. I do set it off to the side, let that paint re-dry from being water distressed before spraying and sealing it in with some polycrylic. If you spray it while it's still slightly wet, you'll just get some crackles. Now my last step is just to use a little bit of antiquing wax on those natural handles. Thanks for watching today's video, guys, and as always, if you're part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. And if you are new and you're checking out this content for the first time and you liked what you saw, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know we've uploaded a new video. And we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye!